Hello, everyone. My name is David Wayne, and I'm going to be telling you talk about some deleted stories from my upcoming book, The Other Side of the Door. The reason why they're deleted is either there's too much content in the book, or there are reasons that might upset the public, because my book is overall about a lifetime of verbal and mental abuse. And there's some things I wanted to talk about that are not entirely about my past, but things that um upset me. But there's some things I'm going to talk about. And the very first thing that was deleted was when I met Donald Trump. And I believe it to be March 15th, 1992, if I'm correct about the year, when I turned 21. I already told the audio story about how the Atlantic City Casino my parents took me to when I turned 21 at midnight, and I was handled by security because, according to them, I didn't have proper ID. I did have proper ID, but they didn't like it. It wasn't a driver's license. And after um good half hour, 45 minutes, my parents quit having me try the slot machines myself. I just watched my parents work the slot machines. This is back when quarters were in use. Anyway, after a while, when my watching my parents play the slot machines, suddenly we encounter our boss, the owner of our real estate company in Philadelphia, and he's what's called a high roller, a person that frequents spends a lot of money, win or lose. He frequents Atlantic City a lot. That's called a high roller. And this is like 1:30 in the morning. And no, he's asked my parents how we're doing, and didn't really talk about. It was I told my father was the first time David's in the casinos. He said, "Oh, really?" And suddenly I wouldn't say super tall. He may be 6 foot. I'm not exactly sure, but he's a maybe I think a bit taller than my father, who's 5'9". Um, he saw something way in the corner of the casino, and it seemed like a commotion. Like a lot of people, not the people, the patrons of the casino, but a lot of people. And I mean, I don't know if it was camera lights, there was security, some commotion because someone specifically had entered the casino floor, and the owner of our company turned to my parents. Hey, you want to meet Donald Trump? We also, yeah, yeah, cool, sure. So they okay, follow me, and it was like any casino, it's crowded. So we made it through all the other. I was like, it was in a corner of the casino. He had entered way on the other side, and I don't know what casino we were in. It was definitely one of Trump's casinos. It was either it's possibly it was Trump Castle. It could have been Trump Plaza, could have been Trump Castle, could have been Trump Taj Mahal. I know we stayed in a hotel Taj Mahal, but I'm not exactly. It could have been Trump Castle for all I know. I really don't know which one it was, but it was definitely one of Trump's casinos. And as we approached, he told us the owner of the company he put his hand up, Hall, wait right here. Want to walk up to Mr. Trump and say, try to get an introduction. And he went to introduce himself. He's a high roller, explain himself. And he frequents the casinos. And then Trump shook his hand. He was smiling, and the owner, I'm not using his name, but the owner waved his hand over for us to approach. Trump may have had security of some kind around him. There's a lot of people surrounding him, but the owner, he waved us over. We walked up, and he introduced my parents to him, and he shook my father's hand. And my mother was smiling. My mother's mouth was wide open, smiling, because she loves to meet celebrities. And then my parents, then the owner, he waved me over, and this is their son, David. He just turned 21, entering the casino for the first time. Oh, really? Mr. Trump said, "Oh, really?" I shook his hand. I was smiling. I said, "Hi, hello, Mr. Trump." I said, "Hi, and he says, "Hi, how you doing?" He was a very friendly person. So then Trump, he started walking to eat, meeting each. He was such an open, friendly, personable person. He started getting the attention of all the people who were sitting at the slot machines. It was mostly the elderly, and he started talking to them, shaking their hands. He was such a very friendly person back then. So I wanted to tell the story of how I met Donald Trump back when he was a casino owner. The reason why this is a deleted story, because I'm glad you have reached this portion this far into the video story. The reason why I waited to tell you this is I am not a Trump supporter. I am a Democrat. And that's as far as I'm willing to talk about it. I wrote a lot about what I really think of Donald Trump. And this is probably I wrote this probably in his first term. It was either between when his first term as president or when President Biden. It was during that time I started writing this and of meeting Donald Trump and what I really think of him. So I will leave it at that. I could go off the deep end what I really think of Donald Trump. But I don't want to upset people who are buying the book, and they might get angry that they just purchased a book, and somewhere deep in the book, this person is not a Trump supporter. Yes, I'm a Democrat. I don't want to upset people about what I really think of him. So leave it at that. And I just want to thank you for listening to this story. That I once met Donald Trump when I was young, 21 years old, and he was very young actually. And I have to add on that we encountered very vaguely his Russian wife. If I'm not mistaken, her name is Ivana Trump. I think Vanka with a K is the daughter. I can never get that. I always get the two of them confused. Is it Ivanka with a K is the daughter, and Vanna is the Russian wife, who I heard on the news he had made a general manager of the casino, that particular casino, because I saw her walking in the outer hallways surrounding the casino. So we did notice Ivana, the Russian wife, who was his one of the manager of his casino. So I want to leave it at that. Thank you for listening. This is the first deleted story of I once did meet Donald Trump.